It is time for 5 fast questions. Shim, you got the questions, I got the answers. Fire away, sir.
Number 1, what motivates you to keep going?
Knowing that I'm not done yet.
Number 2, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Ah.
Number 3, what do you hate about the education system?
Oh, Jesus. It's the parents think the teachers should do everything, and the teachers think the parents should do everything. It's a combo platter, folks. Work together.
Number 4, what song's stuck in your head right now?
Everybody, man, a UFO. It's by Rob Zombie.
5, what will always be funny to you?
I just watched this. It's the Dean's Payday rap from Community. It's hilarious. Go watch it, and that's 5 fast questions. Unfortunately, I can't
have no idea
play
what
it on
that
here.
last one
Oh
is.
my God, it is.
Yeah.
God, I wish we could play it on here. I don't want to risk the copyright strike. Maybe I will. I don't. God.
No, we don't. There's no point.
No,
There's point.
okay,
Put a
so
link
look.
in it. We'll put a link in the description. Go and click it right down there. Go and check it out.
Yeah, so it's a rap where one of the ongoing kind of themes with Community is the dean would show up to the whole group dressed as where it was a theme of whatever the announcement that he was making. So he's there to tell everybody that payday is going to be delayed by a few days. So he shows up dressed like a payday bar. It's a big peanut candy bar that he's dressed as, and he goes into this rap that is just hilarious. And when you're watching it, I want people, so when you go watch this clip, make a note of Gillian Jacobs. She's on the bottom left of the screen. She's the blonde girl. She's looking at him the whole time, but when he all of a sudden he's like, I don't know what that was. And then he like walks away, like, cause like he became possessed when he was rapping.
Right.
She turns and looks back, and she legitimately looks like, what was that? Like, she was not told ahead of time, expect this in this scene. Like, she looks like she's legitimately in shock. It's so goddamn funny. And Jim Rash as the dean in Community is brilliant, by the way. So
I haven't had a chance to check out that show probably, but let's go back to number 1. What motivates you to keep going?
I'm not done yet, man. I ain't done yet. Dude, we're just getting started. I'm telling you, I was talking to Shim before we started recording, and we discussed kind of like the social media numbers and things like that. And man, I got to tell you, things are just getting started. So it's easy to be motivated for that.
That's a good place to be, man. That is a really good place to be. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Chewie, buddy.
And why? And now I want to know why, because there's a lot of choices there. What's it about Chewie?
I've always been part and partial to Mr. Chewbacca, the Wookiee, from Kashyyyk, by the way. I know when I was a kid, I had the toy. I still need to get another one of those as just a memento to have here on my desk. And it's like the original Chewbacca because it fit right in my hand. And my parents said that I would just take it everywhere. And it was this Chewbacca toy that was in my hand. And I don't know what it is, but I'd always kind of like Yoda's also a really good character. I like Yoda.
I think Yoda's my personal favorite for a different reason, but I'll tell you that in a second.
What solidified it for me, by the way, spoiler alert coming up, when Han Solo dies, I had an emotional reaction, but not because Han Solo died. I had an emotional reaction for Chewie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was heartbroken for him. Dude, I got choked up meeting Chewbacca in Disneyland. I ain't fucking joking. I went in for a hug from that hairy beast, and I was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? Like this is amazing.
Well, you got some baggage on this, man.
And I don't even know what it is, but I was just like, I don't know where I was mentally in that time, but I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I need
was
to hug
everything
him.
okay with your parents during that time?
Yeah, everything was
you projecting
fine.
some significant shit, or
I don't know,
or
like
was it the beard and the hairiness and the brotherhood of like?
I don't know, but I'm a grown fucking man getting emotional over Chewbacca.
Not.
But yeah, like, I mean, it was to the point where I'm hugging him, and I was like, oh shit. I got to keep hugging him because I might start to tear up, and I got to make sure I got we're about to take a picture, and I can't.
No, but at that point you can just be like, "Oh man, your hair, is that made out of like polystyrene something or other?" Like, I've got an allergy.
Something in Chewbacca's hair.
I'll tell you one of the best lessons, though. In all seriousness, one of the best lessons that I learned when I first got into Star Wars, when I found Yoda. I used to watch that first scene with Yoda over and over again, where he just irritates and annoys,
and he's like
Luke Skywalker,
jabbing R2D2.
Take him to you, I will.
Yeah.
Mine. And he's just, and then when you get to the point, spoiler alert, Yoda's Yoda, and you get to the point where you finally realize, oh, he's the one that he's been looking for, and he's all knowing and all that sort of stuff. As a kid, what it did was it made me realize, if you know something or if you know more, don't let the cat out of the bag. Do not put it out there straight away. Take as long as possible before you let people know what you know, because the other person will show their true colors, which is exactly what Luke did. He showed his adolescence and his immaturity because he wasn't humble enough to say, listen, I don't know you or whatever. And I remember looking at Yoda and being like, well, that's the wisest creature in the universe. I'm going to take a page out of his book. And I used to do that a lot. It was one of the reasons why at a young age, I didn't have a lot of friends, because I didn't just talk and say all these things and be like, well, I think this. I was always quiet, because I would be like, no, I'm going to listen to you and let you do all the work and do all the talking. And so after a while, it didn't occur to me at 8 and 10 years old, kids look at the quiet kid and go, you're fucking weird, man. Fuck this. And they bail. What was next? Okay. What do you hate about the education system?
Oh, fuck. You're seeing this more and more and more, man. And it's both sides, because there's really good parents out there. There's really good teachers out there. There's also really bad parents out there, and there's really bad teachers out there. And unfortunately, it's the bad ones that kind of ruin the whole fucking system for everybody else, where it's this thing of, well, I'm like, my taxes pay your salary. You should have to do everything. And it's like, well, a lot of these teachers are spending their own money on stuff, and they're doing, and we saw this a lot when I was working on the morning show, because we would talk about certain topics that involved sort of the local school district. And man, you would just see the vitriol between the two sides, where it's these teachers are pissed at the parents and the parents are pissed at the teachers. And it's like, dude, we're both in this together. Like, this is not us against you. So we need to kind of be on the same page. And my kid has had some good teachers. My kid has had some not so good teachers. I don't think any of the ones that she has had have really been bad. I don't think like, ranking system, somebody's got to be on the bottom.
I think it's a tough one when it comes to kids, especially when it's your own kids. One of the hardest things to do is to just say, I'm going to take what help I can get, but I'm not going to rely on anyone. Mm-hmm. So if it turns out that this teacher isn't going to work for my kid, I'm going to either take him out of the school, or we're going to get private tuition for this thing. Or if they've started basketball over there and that coach sucks, we're going to change teams and just go, like, instead of just going, look, you're in basketball, that's where you landed, just stay there until you're fucking not interested in basketball anymore. And to just say, no, we're going to just have to keep making new decisions and finding new situations. That's the hardest thing, because most people don't have the time or the energy for it.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so also going back to the previous, there was the reason I paused awkwardly after we were moving on from the Star Wars question is because there was something else that it's based on what I was going to say, is that going into that final trilogy, the one that started with, The Force Awakens, and then, Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. I was like, dude, if they kill off Chewbacca, I'm gonna fucking break down in the theater. Like, that's a death I don't think I could take, and because that happens in the books. He dies saving one of Han Solo's kids.
Oh, wow. Okay, so when you read that, did you lose it?
But that's not canon anymore. That's not within like what's considered real Star Wars lore at this point.
Right. But when you found that out, did you get upset? Did it affect you emotionally?
Yeah.
Really?
It's Chewbacca, man. I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's on like a lava planet, and Chewie, somehow he goes to save the sun.
Right. But he
sacrifices himself. What?
But that it's just a book. It's
a galaxy far, far away, man. Just because it's not near us doesn't mean it's not near my heart.
Ah! That's
Dude.
a t-shirt.
Oh my
That's
God.
a t-shirt.
I just made
Did you
that
come
up.
with that just
I
then?
just
You
totally
made
made
that shit
that up. Yeah.
That was epic. That
Oh,
was fantastic.
Fuck. Charlie, if you're listening to this, that's a t-shirt, buddy.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
find the last one here. So it
The
was
song
question four.
was what song is stuck in your head right now? And I thought it was a System of a Down song.
No, it's Rob Zombie, and it came out a few years ago, and it's called "Everybody Effin' in a UFO." We played it on the radio station. I mean, obviously, it's heavily edited, but the
Yeah.
song, it's "Everybody, everybody, 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 fucking in a UFO," and it's just this catchy ditty that Rob Zombie came up with, because, like I've said, when I start prepping the other episodes of the History of Rock, I like to listen to the music that I'm prepping. So I've been listening to a lot of Korn, because we have Korn coming up, not next week, but the following week. And then after that, by Halloween Day, I think we're going to hit White Zombie up for that one.
Yeah.
Or Rob Zombie. I haven't quite figured out what we're going to do, but as I've been kind of looking more into Rob Zombie, I have a short on him that's all about how his directorial debut was supposed to be for a third installment of The Crow. They had planned this. It was going to be called The Crow 2037. It was announced in 1997. And they had the whole story and everything was written out. It ended up getting canceled. And then, of course, his debut as a director came later when he was when he did House of a Thousand Corpses. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of that, and that pops up. And every time that song pops up, it gets stuck in my head. Everybody, fucking in UFO. So weird. Everybody, fucking a UFO.
Not knowing the song, just hearing you with your redneck accent and little
Dude, that's how
twang
it's.
that
I
you
mean, I'm
do.
telling you, that's how that song sounds.
Can you
Like,
take
you
your
don't need
tooth out
the-
and sing it?
Huh?
Can you take your tooth out and sing it?
No, I got full teeth now. They're all. they're
Oh
all
shit! I forgot.
they're all
That's too bad.
connected
That
to
was
my
a nice touch when we did that. Okay, cool.
You mean on some Texas? You
Yeah.
guys want everybody's fucking a UFO. All right.
All right,
So really
let's-
quick recap here. Let's make sure you guys are checking out all of the socials. Shim on Instagram is at Shim. On YouTube, it is at Shimon Moore. And then at TikTok, it is at Shim Moore. He wanted to make it as difficult as possible for people to follow him. So you can find me. It's at The Real Brandalorian over on YouTube and Instagram. TikTok is the odd one for me. That is at Goat the Brandalorian, because for some reason, somebody already was The Real Brandalorian over there. And our numbers are blowing up, baby. You beat me to 5,000 subscribers, by the way.
Yeah, but I had a head start. There's no version of this where you're not going to blow
I'm
straight
gonna
past me
catch
because
you.
you've got more time.
And Pat, you're going to be eating my dust.
No, I'm going to be eating your dust in a few weeks, man, if not less. No, I'm certain of it. And fucking congratulations again on all of the movement, man. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, subscribing, and following both of our channels and enjoying the content, and most importantly, commenting on the content and letting us know, hey, we're digging this stuff, because we're going to keep doing more of it. So, and on that note, we shall see you at the History of Rock podcast coming
His
up
name
very
is Shim.
soon,
He's the
which
rock
will-
star.
His name is Brandon. He's the DJ. Class is dismissed.
Sick finish.
Oh, I forgot.